Texas has landed the #2 player in the country. John Meredith is officially a Longhorn. This is massive for Texas because that back room just got a whole lot better. We discussed that today and more on the show. Yes, sir. Longhorn Nation has done it. John Meredith is a Texas Longhorn. Let's go ahead and pull it up. Right? It was just announced about 10 minutes ago on the Pat McAfee show. He is coming home, right? To the Texas Longhorns, right? And we all kind of knew like this is what was probably going to happen for Texas. We knew Alabama was in there, Texas A&M was in there. But when we talk about the landscape of it and John Meredith, and I haven't had a chance to look at his film just yet, but we're going to do that on the show today as well. But what he could bring to the table, how good he is, and what the development of what Texas has been able to do at a high level, like you have to consider that, right? And when you think about Texas, Janae Barron, Michael Taft, like you're seeing DBs develop and play at a high level. Soon as they get there, one and develop, and then you look at a guy like a Grayson Littleton playing a star nickel position, the slot. Look at how well he's been able to perform. Look at how well he's been able to make them type of plays, right? So if you Meredith, it's like, yo, I can come in there. I'm 6'2", 183. They're going to put the nutrition on me. They're going to put the strength and conditioning on me. So when I get in there, I could potentially get playing time early, right? And Texas is a brand, bro. You know what I'm saying? Texas is known around college football. Have they been the brand of what they've been before? You know, at the height, at the pinnacle? No, right? But we know with the right people in place, Texas should get back to that mountaintop. And we know this year, if they don't make the CFP playoff, it'll be a failure. Bottom line. If they don't make the Natty, it'll be a failure. You know? So if you're John Meredith, I think he likes to play with that type of, you know, pressure. He likes to play with that type of, you know what I'm saying, expectations, you know, on him. And I think he's going to thrive at Texas, bro. I think it's a great decision with what they've been able to do, what they've been able to bring in, and what he can bring to the table. Now, hopefully, he wins his appeal and he can play for North Crowley. I know he's formerly of Trinity, you know what I'm saying, out there in Texas. Hopefully, he wins his appeal. Hopefully, he gets out there on the field and he plays, you know what I'm saying, this upcoming season, man. But #2 player in the country, bro. And you know it's big when you're on the Pat McAfee show announcing your commitment. You know it's big when Pete Thamel is tweeting about you, right? So they get one of the best ones, you know what I'm saying, that you can get. So, you know, if you're a Texas Longhorn fan, I would be excited, bro. Like this is a guy that performs at a high level. He's really good. Like I said, we're gonna break down the film and everything that he can bring to the table. Yep, he got about 2 minutes of highlights, so we'll look at that. But I want to just talk real quick about this class. Now, this class is #7 in the nation. You know what I'm saying? As you guys can see, right? #4 in the SEC, 91.50 overall ranking as it stands right now. 16 commits, you know what I'm saying, for this class in the SEC, right? And you look at it, you already have 2 5-star prospects, right? You're trying to also get in there with Montrune Sales. Most people that have hit me in the DM and said, nah, she's going to end up at Alabama. You know what I'm saying, for Montrune Sales. But if you can make that difference for him, that is going to be obviously very massive. But when you look at this class for Texas, it is very intriguing. You know what I'm saying? They got the firepower at the top, right? Eastern Royal can come in and contribute day one. Cassie Curry out there from Sierra Canyon. John Meredith, #2 player in the country, right? Best player, one of the best players in the country. Like, that's what you need if you Texas. Brock Williams, who should be a contributor as a tight end for you, 6'5", 210 pounds, right? Jabarius Gawar, who you got a few weeks ago. This is a big time class, man, for Texas, and they're continuing to add, they're continuing to build on these type of players, man, recruiting the hell out of the state of Texas and bringing guys from Mississippi, California, Georgia, and I'm thoroughly impressed, man, with this, commitment for Texas, and I think it's only gonna, continue to go up from here. Major 5 stars are still in contention with, man. But before we talk more about the class, man, let's roll the tape. That's what you guys are here for. Let's roll the tape. Let's talk about what the tape is saying on this elite player, #2 player in the country, bro. All right, so right here, Meredith is playing that slot corner position. Not slot, sorry, boundary corner position, playing press. All right, so let's see what he's gonna do here. Will he get hands on hands? Wow, very disciplined, and obviously great job with the hands. So initially doesn't use it, right? But I can tell already the footwork, right? Doesn't get leaning, even though the receiver's trying to make him lean one way. Right, he already knows where he's going. You see the length, and then right, turning the head and getting obviously the PBU right there. So you already see right there, extremely disciplined early on, not falling for the fakes, not falling for any of the hoopla, the jib jive, making plays. All right, so here he is right here. Now this is just straight. Hey, you're gonna be responsible for this area, for this zone, right? So the second down, hey, this is like this could be a walk-in. What does he do? Boom! Wow, I did not have that in my bag of tricks. Let's see that one more time. Yeah, that's just great anticipation. I thought he was gonna light him up, if I'm being honest with you, but great anticipation and great close because the ball is there. To be able to go from here and track that and go get that is kind of crazy. And I already know that's gonna be a pick six. No way the quarterback's gonna catch Meredith, you know what I'm saying, and be able to get him. So major play right there in the red zone, getting in there, pick six. Okay, here playing off. All right, here we go. Play. This is gonna be a screenplay. Can you get through that block shed? Oh man, what a play! Right, y'all see him go and just drive, run through it, and stop him right in his tracks. Major TFL, man. That's what they want to see. Okay, here he is again. Here's Meredith. All right, we got a little bit of a motion coming over. All right, quarterback gets it out quick. Oh, just blows the play up, right? So you already see that he plays with a tenacity and edge to him and runs through the receiver and runs the receiver basically into, what I'm saying, the guy that's catching the ball, right? Just create blowing up the play, both of them, and stops the play in his tracks. That's exactly what you want from your corner. Set that perimeter and be able to make a play. Okay, here we go. 4th and goal. Gotta have it, as you guys can see. 4th and goal. Cannot let them score. Right. So love it. The closing speed is next level, right? So receiver's in, he's on the inside, he's open, right? But Meredith's gonna be able to close this little gap in his space. And nice PBU, get your hand on the ball and deflect it loose. Excellent job there. Great close. He's going to be on this outside boundary here. Got that one single high safety. And then here we go. Wow. I mean, you see it, right? Because he'll be responsible for that zone there. And it's being able to chop down a bigger target, right? You see the chop down? Bam. Major chop down right there against the taller, obviously, tight end wide receiver. And it's making a play. All right. And here he is here. Okay. Got a little, get the ball out quick. All right. You're one-on-one with the backer. Same thing. Every time going low, good wrap up. Not afraid to put the body on the line. You know what I'm saying? And obviously making a play. Same thing. Here he is here. Let's see. Quarterback gets it out quick. Boom. Woo-wee. Right? Just excellent timing. Right? Great hit. And then you see to get the shoulder pad where the ball is. Ball is right here where his helmet is. Right? That's textbook. Exactly what you want to see from your cornerback. Exactly what you want to see, you know what I'm saying, from your teammate, right? Because you can do that consistently in college. Those are going to be fumbles. Those are going to be negative plays for the offense. Those are going to be game-changing plays. So the fact that he can do that is massive. Right here he is in coverage. Good job right here just staying with the football, right? Good job right here staying with the football. Couldn't quite turn his head, but kept his eyes on the receiver and deflects the ball late and caused the PBU, right? That's not easy. You're on the island right there by yourself, and you got to be able to catch up to the guy, still being able to make a play, and chase it all the way down. Okay, here we go. That looks like second down. Okay, here we go. Run play. Can you set this? Can you not get beat? Because it's a lot of green grass over here. One-on-one, phenomenal tackle. That's already what stands out to me, and I think why Texans love this kid. He's an excellent tackler, right? That's great. One-on-one in space, perimeter tackle. Got to have it. John Meredith does it, right? Major play there. Here he is here. And then the hustle, right? This should be a touchdown. You got blockers. You got boom, boom. It looks like now he's going to be able to make a play and chase this down, right? So elite speed and elite hustle. You know what I'm saying? Exactly the type of stuff you want to put on your film for sure. You know what I'm saying? Making a play all the way from where you were and coming all the way over, okay? Here we go. Money down. Third down. Got to have a stop. Okay, here he is here. Let's see what we got. Guy still open. Woo-wee. Look at him. Just setting the physicality, setting the tone. I mean, that's exactly what you want, bro. So I'm thoroughly impressed, though. I'm thoroughly impressed. Now, I haven't seen him in person to say, yeah, he should be, but the film definitely meets the test. You know what I'm saying? For the plays that he can make and the things that he can do. Now, those are his highlights, you know what I'm saying, before, you know, um, the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So that was beforehand. But you see the things that he can do, man. You see the physicality, right? You see the excellent ability in the open space to tackle, right? And I think this is a guy, like I said, for Texas, you can develop that. You can develop a 6'2", 183. You can develop him from 6'2" to 190, 6'2", 195. And with this kid, the talent is there. He can hustle. You know that he's willing to put his body on the line. So I think it's a great gift for Texas. Number 2 player in the country. I can see why, according to the tape. You know what I'm saying? Elite playmaker. He's going to be able to do a lot for the squad and this team. And I think if you're a Texas fan, like, this is a major difference maker and a guy that should be able to come on and rotate or play from day one, in my humble opinion. So, outstanding gift for Texas. We talked about the class a little bit. And, like I said, it's not always about getting commits, right? When I say getting commits, like getting 25, 30 plus commits, how valuable are the commits, right? Is it making a difference, right? That's a 98.62 rating, a 98.42 rating, a 94.25 rating, right? You're getting the best of the best, the creme de la creme that you can find in the nation. And Texas is continuous to do that, which is why they have a top 7 class. Now, we'll see. They're still training for some other guys, and they're still in a race for several other prospects. But, yeah, I think they're putting together an elite class and should be, obviously, major difference makers in about a year when they get on campus to Texas. There y'all have it, man. That's my reaction. That's my thoughts, man. Major, big time for Texas, and I think he's going to be a guy that makes a major, major difference. But as always, you guys like, comment, subscribe, hype up the video, and I will see you in the next one. And always remember, peace and love.